part 4 for What If Deku was Ant-Man. Let's get into it. So in the last part, Deku just got his identity found out by All Might and all the teachers in UA. And Deku just got home, and he told Star to search all those teachers and all their quirks. Then Star said, of course, sir. Then Deku went to sleep. Then he's having a nightmare. He's reliving his memories, getting thrown out, trying to survive. Then Deku wakes up in cold sweat. So, why? Then he unclenches his fist and he gets up and heads to the kitchen. And then he goes to the kitchen and then he checks the time. He says, well, I've got 3 hours to school. UA, great. Then Nick says, I've got a great idea. He says, Star. Then Star says, of course, sir, what do you need? Then he says, is it possible for me to get a restraining order on All Might and all the teachers at UA? Alex, yes, but you need a personal carer. So you're saying I would need someone as like my guardian? And he said, yes. Then Dex said, can't you be my guardian? Because technically you are looking after me. And you can pass as human. And he said, well, yes, I guess I can. Then 2 minutes later, she goes over to Deku. Deku, sir, I just made, what are they called, certificates. So now Star's technically Deku's guardian. And then Star said, I put a restraining order on All Might. It should be here tomorrow. Deku said, that's great, thanks. And then Deku grabs a sandwich, puts his feet up, gets the TV on. Then he sees his face on TV. Then he says to Star, what's this? Then Star said to him, well, it seems All Might and all the pro heroes have been looking for you. Wait, they said all night? They said, yes. They put up posters and on TV, and they don't know where you live, sir. And they said, let's look at that. Hell, I can teleport to their place. They're not going to see me. Okay. Then Star said, okay, sir. And Deku said, I'm gonna head early. And also, just before Deku's about to leave, then he walks back in and says, Star, how much money do we have? Then Star says, couple thousand for now. Then he asks Star, is there a way for me to get money? And then Star says, well, I could just print it all. Then Deku says, wait, you can do that? And she says, sir, I'm an intelligent AI being who's looking after you. And I'm able to use a teleporter. Do you really think I can't print out money? The Deku says, fair point. I mean, yeah. And Deku said to her, I'm just gonna warp. Then Star said, you can't, sir, remember? They want to know your location. And Deku said, oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, well. Deku heads to the lab and then said, Star, can you get me out of it, please, now? He said, yes, of course, sir. She hits a button. Deku heads to school. Oh, yeah, I also got... Deku also went to his lab and grabbed his hero costume. Yeah. It's in his bag. And then Deku's just outside the UA. And then Deku walks in. And then all the cameras, well, a bunch of cameras start looking at Deku. And then in the office, yeah, with like, I don't know, what's his name? What is it? I'm going to say the support course hero. He said, identification found. Is he Midoriya? I mean, Midoriya Star. Yeah. He said, found him. Then he called Eraserhead. Hey guys, he just entered the campus. And then Eraserhead says, oh, okay. Don't disturb him, so let him get up to the class first. Okay. And then Deku opens the door to the building. He says, I'm kind of hungry, I guess. I guess I did eat a sandwich, but still hungry. Deku goes to like a food, like a soda machine and a food machine. They can get some crisp and like a chocolate bar, or it's like a drink. Deku's just waiting outside of the door, just drinking and eating his food. And then he sees a car pull up. It's a limo, and then he sees it's, well, Momo. And then Deku said, "Hey, May, what's up, Momo?" And Momo was like, really surprised actually to see him this early. Then Momo says, "Why are you here this early?" Deku says, "Gonna ask you the same thing." Then she says, "Well, I like to keep some work done before school starts." Deku said, "Just go there because I was bored and heading." And she said, "Yeah, sure." Deku puts his stuff in the bin, and Deku just starts walking next to Momo. Then Deku asks her, "What can your quirk fully do?" You can give a brief explanation about it. And she says to Deku, "Well, I can use my body fat to make things, but I need to know what they are made out of, and the materials made out of it." Deku says, "That's cool." Momo says, "What's with you? What's with your suit and powers?" Then Deku said, "Well, I can grow really big or really small. It's like the hero called Mountain Lady. You know her?" Momo said, "Yes, the one which pretty recently came out. It's a new pro hero, like a year ago." Next, yeah, you got it. But instead of like just going big and back normal, I can go really small and then big and then normal. I can go inside I want pretty much." And she says, "That's interesting." And Dick says, "Yeah, I'm working on some technology as well. It's pretty good actually." This says, "What kind of technology?" "You know those things I've been throwing, like against the test?" And she says, "Yes." And then Deku just says, this is like, Deku pulls out something from like his pocket. He shows it's like a little shuriken, little blue shuriken. And Deku says, "This, if it hits something, after it hits the button, it'll start flashing blue, and when it hits something, it'll grow really big." And Momo said, "Wait, that's what you made growing technology? It's shrinking technology?" And he says, "Yeah, I thought it'd be useful, as I didn't really have any weapons on my quirk, except being really big and small." And she said, "That's pretty smart, actually." And then they reach the door. Deku opens the door and says, "Ladies first." Then when Momo comes in, she sees Eraserhead, All Might, Psychic, and there's a bunch of all the teachers, Midnight as well. Then Deku says, "Oh crap, I should have known." And then when we were saying, "What are you guys all doing here?" And she says, "We're here for Deku." And then Midoriya or Deku walks in saying, "Why'd you want me?" And All Might saying, "Son, please reconsider." Then he says to All Might, "You might want to." Then All Might starts approaching him. Then he says to All Might, "You might not want to move another step." He says, "Why is that?" Deku pulls out a piece of paper. It's a restraining order against All Might and his mother and all other teachers. "If you touch me, I can use self-defense and attack you." He says, "Is that a restraining order? You can only come near me in school. Anything else or public, I'm allowed to attack you." And All Might says, "You can't attack me in school though." And then Deku said, "Yeah, but let's be honest, you really think you can catch me if I go small? We both know Eraserhead can't race my quirk. I can just go small for the whole day." Then All Might says, Fine. Just think about it, please. Do you have any money?" And Deku says, "Actually, I do. I'm pretty wealthy, actually. I've done pretty good for myself." And he says, "No, okay." And then Mom said, "So, we're a bit early, but what lesson do we have today?" Then Ray said, "Well, we're going to a place called the USJ. It's going to be our training for rescuing people." And then he says, "Yes, a time skip on the bus. Deku's just sitting in the back listening to some music, jamming out. And then they all start talking about their quirk. And then Floppy asked Deku, and Deku just took his headphones out. Says, Deku, what's your quirk about? You didn't really tell us. Deku says, I can't be bothered. Deku said, ask Momo, I told her all about my quirk. And Momo explained about his quirk, so he can go really big, really small. And then he says, well, that's pretty interesting. And then Deku said, yeah, I know. And then they get to the USJ, and then they're walking, but a bunch of villains come in. And then they see a weird bird creature. It looks like it's massive. It's got a bird head, a brain on it. It's pretty much on top of its head. They're saying, that's weird. I thought we was doing rescuing, not combating. And then also I've got this saw 13. Got to say that part. And then Zara said, this isn't a drill. They're real villains. He says to 13, 13, keep the kids safe. Eraserhead jumps down with the fight. Then technically Deku's saying, Stark, can you get me out of here? But he just hears static saying, damn, must have blocked my signal. But then Deku's saying, wait a minute, I can just... Deku hits a watch, or like a suit, that opens up. It has like a little blue disc. He puts it in his earpiece, and then you can start hearing Star. Star made something. And then it's like a secret network only him and her can actually use. And Star says, hello sir, what's wrong? I said you don't use this network for emergencies. And then Deku says, I'm being attacked by villains, what should I do? When it's too late, totally wary. The portal villain sucks them all up into a portal, leaving some of them, but then Deku, Floppy, and Moneta land on the boat. And then Deku's saying, this is inconvenient. Deku's in the water and he's thinking that. Deku sees a villain about to come and bite him, but they say Floppy's a little too slow, and then Deku says, oh screw it. Deku goes massive. He's just standing out of the water. He's massive. He's around 34 feet because he's still training technically. And he says, hello, little ones down there. Deku's massive hands hits the water, and we're going to see him. They're saying, run! And then the other says, we can't run, we're in water. Then swim. Then they start swimming away, but then Floppy grabbed Moneta and they're both on the boat. Then Deku goes down to them, saying, hey, are you okay? He's still really big. Then she says, yeah. Then Deku says, come here. Floppy and Moneta jump on Deku's hand. He puts him like something in the suit, like a pocket, like his belt buckle. And then all the villains just hear a massive thump, and then they look around. They see a massive person. And then the portal says, is that Ant-Man? Then when the Synchronization Court says, who's Ant-Man? A year ago, he said that he's a new hero. Then Toru says, they've already got heroes coming? How do they know this? Then he says, surprise, surprise. Then the one that said, what was his name? I said Disintegration Guy. The Disintegration Guy told Nomu to attack Deku. So Nomu jumped and hit Deku right in the face. The main thing is Gold steps back and says, bad. It's not that bad. Deku snaps his neck a little bit. He pulls out Floppy and made out from his pocket and puts him to the ground. Deku goes at the Mount Lady's height and says, let's rumble. Deku kicks Nomu. He goes flying, but nothing happens. There's a mark in it, it just heals. It says, must have a healing quirk. Then Deku goes really small. Then Deku's running really fast, and he's hopping on ants as well. Oh, I forgot to tell. He can control ants. So technically, Deku's like flying on an ant. And then, when on ant, he goes big again. No one didn't see this, so Deku with his massive fist punches Nomu, he goes flying. And then Deku goes really big, and then he grabs Nomu with his hands. Like, Nomu's struggling to get up. But he's slowly doing it. But then Deku says, piece of trash. He throws him to the ground and he stomps on him. It's just a bloody... It's just a bloody... It's just pretty much just a bloody pile of just flesh, and his brain got destroyed instantly. It's like the first thing that got destroyed. And Todoroki, no, that's not Todoroki. Disintegration does it. That's not fair. And then he starts scratching his neck viciously. And then he says, "Oh yeah, I've got either escape." And he got All Might. And All Might says, "I am here." He sees all the villains nearly destroyed because Deku's getting really big. He technically like makes the massive wind pressure going like really big and like throwing his hits. So it's like a few villains, but then the portal and disintegration guy says it's too late. They retreat. And then Deku sends like an army and ant around to the USJ to help the others. I'd say Momu and the earphone jack girl and the laser guy. And then the guy holding him hostage as lightning quick says, "Is that an ant?" He looks down, he's a bunch of ants climbing, he's like, "Ah, ah, ah." And then I'm just gonna say the ant just eats him. He's just a skeleton. And then he just then about the pros come. They arrest the villains, and then all the ants go back to Deku. They climb into a suit. Then Deku goes back to normal. They all approaches him saying, "Are you okay, son? You hurt?" And Deku says, "I'm fine. I don't need shit from you so far." Then Aizawa's getting taken to the hospital. 2 hours later, they head back into class, and then I'm just gonna Midnight says, "Well, you got a week of school because we have to hold off the media and fix the USJ most recent attack. We'll find out how they did it." Then they'll say, "Sweet," but then Deku says, "How's the race ahead?" Or Aizawa. He says, "He's fine. He's pretty badly injured." And then Deku says, "It's fine, I guess." Then Deku walks out of the US gates, but then All Might says, "Please wait, son. Please." He sees a bunch of reporters outside the gate. They're all going to was it UA campus, but then a massive metal gate activates and stops them from going in. Because says, for crying out loud. And then All says, "Please, at least let us know where you live." And then he says, "No. Nah, never. Deku, Star, get me out of here now." He says, "Yes, of course, sir." Star teleports Deku to his home. Star says, "Anything happened today, sir?" "Yeah, been an attack. Nightmare." And then Deku takes off his suit and puts it in like his armor stand. And then Deku's like been working like some technology as well. He's got like a wrist grapple. Like he puts his wrist out, then like fires a grapple and pulls him up. Thought it'd be good for climbing. And then he's been thinking of like making some new weapons, like a bow staff, like a blade, but mostly like a blade, but it goes big and small like him when it goes into his form. Well, it's the end of part 4 for What If Deku is Ant-Man. Thank you for all the support recently, and please subscribe. Bye.